bounce for.
Yeah, you talk about taking a risk. That was a calculated one to try and generate pace at the ball. Not the best contact, it hit through the line. You were talking about hit through the line. This was hit right across it and lucky to get that leading edge flying over the keeper.
Yeah, precisely 180 degrees in the other direction. Well, there's caused a field change. Plug that gap. Exactly where he was trying to hit Jason Roy on the next side. He goes wide, throws the pad at it, but Martin Sager says you got to pull that again.
And he was talking about how rushed you feel in the 100. And sometimes you get ahead of yourself and you think too much that you've got to score too quickly. He says you've got to slow it down, and we saw it in the women's game with the Northern Superchargers. We saw it with Lewis Deploy as well.
Yeah, great stuff from Harry Brook, throwing themselves around. Timing from Jason Roy since he's come out has been very good. A certain stop of a boundary from the captain.
Yeah, Jason Roy is in a slightly different phase of his life and career, isn't it? He's won a World Cup, he's done so many great things in the white ball scene for England, fallen away a little bit. 2 children, 1 on the way.
Taken! On the up, on the rise, but does not get it over the infield. Captain has to go.
Again, the slowness of the pitch as it ball into the pitch, set up, and he was through the shot way too early, didn't get anything much on it and couldn't pierce the... Really there, too late, straight to Tom Laws.
%100 चना दाल से बना फॉर्च्यून बेसन।
पकौड़ों का मौसम आया और फॉर्च्यून रिफाइंड सोयाबीन ऑयल का मॉनसून स्पेशल पैक भी लाया। आज ही ऑर्डर करें फॉर्च्यून रिफाइंड सोयाबीन।
Sent back James Coles, the new batter, in at 4.
He's quite a good player, James Coles. A lot of skill there. 123 strike rate. Needs to spend a little bit of time, understand the pitch. He's got great ability, more against pace than spin. But every performance, every run is going to be crucial.
Nicely played. Will pinch a single on the wobble in the field.
Yeah, the ball just sitting up. It's a very, very easy shot to play when the pace is on the ball, but that one just stopped. Vince trying to pull out of his shot, but too late.
Just look at the replay there as well. With the angle, the ball just constantly going away from Vince as well. Don't have the time to maybe try and still continue to go through. It's that split second that makes all the difference. And length that Jacob Duffy has hit predominantly, that good length or just behind. Change now. Matthew Potts comes in, slightly expensive in that previous game up in Trent Bridge. Gotta get back. Maybe the direct hit could have been different.
James Coles a little bit slow to start off with. It needs to be anticipating a run. It's gone straight.
Eight, and they often know whether it's two pads or whether it's actually made the first sound when it hits the bat. So your point fielder is hugely important when it comes to the decision, whether it be point or even gully. They play a huge role. Keeper and bowler talk about line. Point and gully talk about height and sound.
Yeah, that's a brilliant point, and it's a point that a lot of people involved. That's another way for when you're on the field to stay involved in the game, because you can offer advice from everywhere on the field. Yeah, that, as you can see, fielder at backward point. E. Morris, I think, at backward point. In the game, Mealy Kerr, 48 there, has got a role to play.
Certainly getting the ball to just the shape a little bit, Mahika.
And traditionally, that's the more difficult end to get in swing to a right-hander from, because you are fighting a little bit more on occasions against the breeze, but must show she got a really good wrist position behind the ball there, presenting it.
Yeah, line and length, in and around that 4, 5, 6 metre region. Superb. And again, just enough bounce and movement. Terrific stuff this from Mahika Gore. 20 balls have now been bowled, and the Welsh Fire have 8.
Left arm over.
Of the first 25. Robert Croft, I like it.
It's brilliant. She won't do it very many times, will she? Let's be fair.
Just be the one. Oh, I like it though. I think that's really good, smart captaincy. And when you're on a roll, when you're bowling well, get the balls done. Get yourself off to the boundary. Take a rest.
Well, especially as she's a young bowler who's evolving. You know, as you mentioned a little bit earlier, some bowlers are very good up front, but then you ask them later on and they get phased. So get the most out of her while she's really good.
Just enough. Just enough to get it up and over. Lauren Filer in the end does well to keep it to 1.
Well, a little bit funky. There's not a lot happening. Well, a little bit of a glancing blow up into the shoulder. Was it off the bat onto the shoulder? Just went up over short third. Oh, she's been really impressive as Mahika Gore. Love what I see.
The thing is, I mean, Deandra Dawson is not necessarily required early on with the ball. She's more of a back-end bowler, so she can cover the back end with Eccleston, maybe Filer. In this format of the game, because of the power play, and if the ball is swinging or doing a little bit, I got no problem having a bowler or two, or one in particular, in your side that only bowls in the power play, if they can bowl at least 15.
Makes total sense. What I'm interested in seeing now is there's 2 more balls of this power play, isn't there? What follows? What follows after that?
So the lowest power plays in the women's 100 competition have been 11 for 3. It's happened twice. 11 for 3. Record the Welsh Fire want. London Spirit, Southern Brave with the two teams. Or
पर गेंदबाजी कर रहे हैं भाई वेस्टइंडीज प्लेयर्स की दिख रहे हैं भाई वेस्टइंडीज प्लेयर और पाकिस्तान के प्लेयर अब जो थे वो नहीं दिखेंगे क्योंकि वो कैरेबियन प्रीमियर लीग जो 15 तारीख से शुरू होने वाला है सुबह 4:30 बजे से प्रसारण होगा, वहां पे पहुंचेंगे। मोहम्मद आमिर और इमाद वसीम जो खेल रहे थे वो भी चले गए उधर ही। यहाँ पर ओवर समाप्त, 27 रन 3 विकेट के नुकसान पर। भाई वुमेन से तुम्हारा मेन के पास 2000 अरे रे साहिल भाई तुम तो ज्यादा हीरो बन गए यार। रेहान कह रहे कौन से टीम को सपोर्ट कर रहे हो भाई? जो टीम हार रही है उसी को सपोर्ट कर रहा हूँ भाई। अभी तो ऐसा लग रहा है आधी हुई घोड़े पर बाजी है। यहाँ पर आयुष कह रहे हैं भाई कौन जीतेगा बता दो प्लीज। आयुष भाई कौन जीतेगा इसकी तो कोई गारंटी नहीं है, लेकिन यहाँ सपोर्ट सदर्न ब्रेव को कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पर, क्योंकि सदर्न ब्रेव ने अगर थोड़ा सा भी अच्छा स्कोर लगा दिया ना भाई तो ये मुझे लगता है निकाल लेगी सदर्न ब्रेव मैच। क्यों मैं बताता हूँ उसके कारण, क्योंकि बहुत अच्छी गेंदबाजी यहाँ मिचेल सैंडनर आया, पहली गेंद सिंगल मिलता हुआ मिचेल सैंडनर की गेंद पर स्कोर बढ़ा 28 रन। बल्लेबाजी के लिए हिल्टन कार्टराइट और मिचेल ब्रैसवेल और जॉर्डन है तीन बल्लेबाज। मिचेल सैंडनर फिर से तैयार। लॉरी एवेंस सामना करेंगे ओवर की दूसरी गेंद। यहाँ डॉट बॉल आता हुआ अमन कह रहे हैं टारगेट 150-160 के बीच में। भाई अगर उतना बन गया ना तो मैच निकाल लेगी सदर्न ब्रेव, लेकिन उतने रन बनाएगा कौन? सबसे बड़ी बात यही है। इसी बीच ओवर की तीसरी गेंद, सैंडनर फिर से तैयार, कट किया, एक और डॉट बॉल सीधा कवर के फील्डर के हाथ में। कनेक्शन मिल नहीं रहा है, जो कनेक्शन की तलाश है वो मिल नहीं रही।